Hello everybody. How are you this Saturday? I'm doing well. Welcome to my page. I'm Robin with Zimmy's Simple Designs. If you see the little red live light, you've caught me live. If not, you're watching the replay. Please type in hashtag replay. Tell me where you're watching from. Say hello so I can say hello to you. Welcome you to my page. And I'm gonna try and find myself. Wait a minute, get out of here. Go to my main page. Okay. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? How are you doing? How come I'm not seeing myself live here? There we go. There I am. Hopefully I start to see comments. Hi, Stephanie. How are you, sweet friend? And Diane, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for popping on with me. Thank you for sprinkling. I'm waxing some of these pieces. I didn't do that before I came live, so I'm trying to get them done real quick here while I'm waiting for Michelle to get me shared into the page. I am in an event today. Well, good. I'm glad you're good. How's Diane and Cheryl? Everybody doing well? Hello, Mary. Welcome. All right. Like I said, I'm getting these little pieces all waxed up. I got to do this part and then I'll be done. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Like I said, I am in an event today. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm getting in your face. Hi, Gina. Welcome. I can't see, so... Hi, Connie. Hi, there she is, Miss Michelle, our hostess. Like I said, I'm in an event, and it's with Everything House and Home Weekend Edition, and Michelle is our hostess who just popped on. Up after me is Grace Faithful Creations, aka the Pouncy Bling Queen. So, thank you all. Hi, Yachty. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. If I miss anybody, I apologize. I'm going to do my best to see as many of you as you can, but hope you all are doing well. So I am doing a snowman today, and this little snowman is my new wood kit. And it comes with these two arms, which are going to be fun because you can put them on any way you like on your little snowman if you get this kit. So you get that, you get his little nose, and this is his body. And you get all of this in it. It's $15 plus shipping. And if you would like to order one, just private message me and we will cut one out for you. But like I said, I'm waxing this. And I'm just using one of those tea candles from Lori, right? Elk River Crafting is Lori, I believe. Hi, Judy. Thank you for sprinkling, guys. I got so busy popping on, I forgot to sprinkle myself out. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just using a tea candle from Dollar Tree. Kathy. Okay, Kathy, I'm going to get it straight. I'm going to get it straight. Somebody else came on and her name was Lori. Trying to remember everybody, and I do apologize, Kathy. I'm terrible with names anymore. Hi, Melissa. So I apologize. Yes, I love snowman too, Michelle. They're my favorite. They are my favorite to make. I just love them. I think they're just the cutest. So anyway, I'm just taking it and I'm going around the edge. And then I'm going to do the whole body. And I'm giving it a pretty good coat of wax. And like I said, I'm just using one of those tea candles from, yes, there are. And trying to keep them straight, too. And I see more robins than I ever seen in my whole life. I mean, I grew up, usually I was the only robin. Till I got about to high school, and there was a girl that I made friends with, and her name was Robin. She spelt her name, though, with a Y instead of an I. But then we moved, and I was never around a robin. And it seems like there's a lot of them. It must have been, and they're all about my age, so it must have been like a good name during that time era or something. So I've got everything waxed. So now I'm going to paint him up, and we're going to chippy him. But I'm going to move all of my stuff because these are we're going to use a little hat. We're going to put a little scarf on him. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Welcome. We're going to get our pieces all painted, and I put my paint up. And I'm going to use, for the snowman, I'm going to use sheepskin. And this is the folk art chalk paint from Hobby Lobby. Hi, Madonna. And we'll get him painted up. Out of this one. I do have another bottle, so get as much as I can out of this. How are you today? Are you feeling better? I thought I seen something where you weren't feeling the best. I hope you're feeling better. And if you're just popped on, please keep Michelle, our hostess daughter, in your prayers. She's having an MRI to see if she has brain cancer. So if you would just, is it Sarah, her name, Michelle, or Sandra? I'm like I said, I'm terrible with names. So if you guys could keep her in your prayers, you're welcome, Michelle. And Michelle and that, you know, the whole family, just pray for them. This is, I mean, it's tough. As a mom, I just could not imagine. Oh, well, we'll keep praying. I'm glad you're feeling better anyway. You rest, girl. Just rest. Let your body heal. Sarah Beth. Okay, that's what I thought. Just going around this edge with this. And I'm going to put some snow on him. We'll get that far. Yeah, we're glad you're feeling better, Madonna. That's good. But you keep resting, girl, because that won't be good if it comes back again. You don't let your body rest. So everybody having a good Saturday? I've been doing some crafting. I've got a bunch of some auctions that I'm doing that are coming up. So I'm trying to get a few things, Christmas things done while I'm watching the event today. So I guess that's a good day, right? If you can sit and craft. Hey, Barb, how are Barb doing today? All right. Oh my, let me see if I can make this stretch. Yeah, that's good enough because, like I said, I'm going to chippy it. So we got it. And I probably just put white paint on my face. Oh my, hot mess, you know? Isn't that what they say, hot mess express? So now I'm going to set this aside and let it dry while I paint the arms. You're crafting and watching today also, Michelle. Just trying, laying around. Well, that's good. That's good, Madonna. Now I've got it on my iPad. Okay, really? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to see who else come on and say hello. I think I saw Deborah. Yes. Hello, Deborah. Welcome. You guys are new to me. Welcome. I'm happy you're here. Okay, now we're going to do the arms, and I'm going to use AFK chalk paint from Nicole with the Frayed Knot. She has her own chalk paint line, and we're using Fudgesicle on the arms because they're supposed to be sticks, you know. And then we're going to paint his nose up pumpkin spice. And that's another color from Nicole with the Frayed Knot. And I'm hoping I have enough Fudgesicle. I may have to order some. I thought I had another bottle, but maybe not. But this might be enough. Let's see, find a right paintbrush here. We'll try this one. Now you want ice cream? Hot, yeah, I am too, Michelle. Hot Mess Express, I'll tell you. You're doing a craft show, aren't you? I think I heard like last week you were talking about that you were going to do a craft show. Is that right? Or am I just not? Or is it somebody else, maybe? Sorry, my husband came in, so my dog's going to bark. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. So you are busy, I'm sure, getting stuff together for that. My husband and my sons are going to do a vendor, what they call a vendor show also. The Catholic Church here in town does it every year. It's one of their fundraisers. And I did it last year, but man, I'm so busy with, you know, doing wood kits, and I do live auctions and that sort of stuff that I just don't have time to try and get stuff together for that too. So I'm not going to do it this year. So, but they are. So my husband's been trying to get stuff ready for that. Now, I didn't necessarily mean to paint that whole arm. Yeah, I did. I did. It was fun. I mean, I sold I sold stuff. It was a fairly decent show, but my husband and them, we kind of went in together and did it. So this is the second year, but they didn't do as well. But they're going to try it again this year because the farmers market, they sold a lot of stuff. Hey, Grace, how are you? How is the Pouncy Bling Queen today? You guys, if you just popping on, I am in an event with Everything House and Home Weekend Edition. And Michelle is our hostess. And she did a cute thing. And I was running in and out trying to take care of stuff. So I just kind of briefly saw what she was doing. So I'll have to watch the replay. But the napkin that she used sure was pretty. All right. So that's all painted. But so far, everybody's done some really cute things. And up after me is Grace Faithful Creations, a.k.a. the Pouncy Bling Queen. Ooh, there's like a big old chunk of something in there. I'm putting back, I didn't use much paint, and I'm putting back the excess. Sorry guys, I don't like to waste paint. All right. Make sure I get it all. All right. Yeah, I don't like to waste paint. If I don't use it all, I like to put it back. And this is our pumpkin spice. We're going to paint the carrot. Oh, no, it's not pumpkin spice. Jeez. This is pumpkin spice. Oh, my. Okay. That's enough of that. So we'll get this painted up, and then we'll get everything chippied and put together. Hopefully we'll get them together before in the hour. And my son drew the arms for this snowman. And they cut it out on our CNC machine. So my husband didn't have to cut those out. He cut everything else out, but not the arms. So my son is quite the artist. So, well, hi Sherry, how are you today? Welcome. Glad you popped on. Thank you for sprinkling. Okay, I'm gonna bring this back over here, and we're gonna dry everything up. Get the chippy in. I'm doing good. Doing good. All right. I got another box from my aunt the other day, and it's practically clear full of lace. Half the box was probably lace, different kinds of lace. I was really happy, so I have a bunch of lace now. All right. Okay, so we got everything painted up. So I'm gonna get my new little scraper. I have this new little scraper, and I just love it. I used it the other day, and it worked out great. If you are just popping up, this is my new wood kit, this little snowman. Oh, wow. This works out perfect. I don't know about this wood I've been using. I don't know if it's the wood or I'm not getting it enough. He looks great. I like this. There. Just enough. I like that. that's what he looks like, all chippied up. I like that. Now I'm gonna wipe this so I don't get white all over the arms. We'll do his arms and his nose. And I know it's going to be hard to tell on the arms because I use dark stain, and so it's a little harder to tell. I can see it, but I know when I show it on to you guys, it's a little harder to tell. And I painted the wrong side on this one, so I was wondering why it wasn't chipping very well. I did that the other day too. I haven't been, gosh dang, Hot Mess Express, that's for sure. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see who that is. Glenmina? Is that how you say that? Welcome. I apologize if I said that wrong. Hey Karen, how are you today? Okay, we're gonna dry this and try and chippy it since hi Sandy! Since I painted the wrong side. I was wondering why that wasn't chippying. I did that the other day on my live. It's like, there we go. That's better. I'm getting some better chippy on that. Hi, Louise. How's your part of Iowa today? Pretty nice. It's nice here. The sun's shining. Yep, some of us are having a day. Yep, Michelle, you're right. Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous out today. Sun's shining. Nice temperature. I think it's in the 50s here. All right. Okay, now we'll work on the nose. Sorry this is taking so long. All right, so we got his nose all chippy and his arms all chippy. Look at that, looks great. Okay, let's clean my mess up here real quick. And we'll get to putting them together. All right, so yes, please join. I am in an event today, Everything House and Home, and the link, Everything House and Home Weekend Edition. So make sure it gets the Weekend Edition. There is a link to the group is in the description, and I did tag Miss Grace, Faithful Creations, who is up after me, aka the Pouncy Bling Queen. Well, hello, Flynn's Mixed Media. Welcome. So I'm going to use a sock. Spread the love. Well, thank you so much. And make sure you join the free group. If you join the free group, you can stay in the group, hit refresh, and see the next presenter. You can also, if you can't, stay and watch everybody's lives. If you join the group, you can go back in there and watch their replays. All right, I'm using a sock for his hat. And I'm hoping he's gonna look cute. And we're gonna put some material and give it a little scarf. So we're gonna get his little hat on. And I'm gonna pull it down a ways because I'm gonna flip it up and put a little cuff on it. So I can put a little greenery in there. And I coffee grunged this sock and baked it. So, and it's just a tube sock. I think I got it at like a Goodwill or something like that. I've had these a few years because I crafted for a while when I lived in Arizona. I did a lot of crafting, and then we moved and I kind of quit. I kind of got in a place where I just didn't want to be creative, but I hung on to all my stuff. I wouldn't get rid of it. So just a few years ago, I just got back into it. So I have things that I've had for many years, and I think this sock was actually from the one of the Goodwill where I used to live. So you can get them at any socks at any probably Goodwill or thrift store, Helping Hand or whatever. So this is what he's looking like so far with his little hat on. And I think I'm gonna glue this down so it doesn't go anywhere. I'm just gonna take my hot glue and kind of tack it down in a few places because I don't want it to, you know, slide off. And we're gonna put a little greenery in there in a little bit. But I think, we'll twist this a little. I'm not sure. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm gonna put just a little bit of stuffing in there. Not a whole lot, just a little. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut it so I can put it up in there. I wanna see how long I want it. I think I want it down to there. So I'm gonna take some jute rope and I'm gonna tie it and just tie it right here. Tie it off. And then I'm gonna cut this end. All right, we're gonna cut this off. And actually I did that wrong because I'm telling you guys, I'm not with it today. I guess my 4 hours of sleep is not helping me out. This is what not to do, right? As they say. All right, now we're gonna put some batting in there. Oh my heavens. Oh my heavens. Talk about a day. Okay. Just kind of pack it down in there just to give it a little substance, you know. All right, just like that. So it looks just like that. and then I'll tie it off. Now I can tie it off, right? And I cut off a little more than I wanted, but that's okay. And I have some more. I have, like, when I do bows, sometimes when I cut my jute string way too long, I save those little scraps for things like this. So I'm just gonna take my jute rope. We're gonna just tie a knot. Maybe this one's pretty short. Hey, Tamara, how are you? Nice to see you. How is Tamara doing today? Did I say it right? Is it Tamara or Tamara? Hi, Susan. Is it? Sorry. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Hi, Shelly. How are you? Just kind of. All right. So that looks. So we got our little hat put on there. Let's see what time it is. Okay. We're doing okay. All right. And we're going to put a little bit of stuff in there. But now we're going to work on his scarf. And this is fabric I got from, I believe I got this from Jubilee, this homespun. And I know this is long, and I didn't measure it. I can. I just kind of looked at it and said, yeah, that's wide enough. And cut it and ripped it, actually. Oops. Hold that up there. Let's see. It's about 4 inches wide. And it's longer than what I want because I'm going to put a bow on him. But I'm going to bring it around. And I'm just gonna going the wrong way because I want the bow on this side. Kind of crunch it up here, trying to get it. There we go. And I'm just gonna kind of do a little tie right here and fold it down. All right, and I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna kind of make it shorter because like I said, we're gonna put a bow and it's gonna kind of hang down. So I'm gonna, actually, I'm gonna tack this down first. So it stays, so I can shorten that. But I can kind of open this up a little, I think. So it looks like his scarf is, you know, there. I like that. So that's what he's looking like so far. Isn't he cute? My cute little snowman, like I said. And I'm gonna trim this off, kind of short. You guys, if you're just popping on, thank you, Michelle. I'm in an event, Everything House and Home Weekend Edition. The link to the page is in my description. Up after me, is Grace Faithful Creations, aka the Pouncy Bling Queen. And I'm gonna have to now tack that down, but that's okay. The group is free. Thank you, Yadi. It is a free group. And you can, if you join the free group, you can just stay in there and just hit refresh and see the next creator. All right, we're gonna tack this down. And if you can't stay and watch all of the lives and you've joined the free group, you can just go back in there and watch all of the replays. And you can watch all the replays from all of the events that Michelle has put on. She is our hostess, Miss Michelle, with Everything House and Home Weekend Edition. So you guys, please go join the group and see all the creators. You might find one that you just love, a new crafter you really like. All right, I'm gonna glue his little hat down so it stays in place. There we go. I don't like all those long strings right here. There. So now I'm gonna make a small bow, and I want it to hang down because I want it to kind of look like, you know, the scarf. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for sprinkling me out. Okay, I'm getting down to the end of my jute rope ball. I'll have to get another one. Put it up here. I think I have a couple more, so I'm not completely out. We'll finish this one up. And I just have, like I said, it's not going to be very big. I have some of the same kind of fabric that matches his bow. And then I have this, and it's called Tablescape. And you get it in the floral section of Hobby Lobby. And it's like to drape on, for weddings, I guess, to drape on the table. You can get it in some different colors. This was actually white, and I coffee grunged it and baked it to get it that color. So, and like I said, we're going to kind of make this go down. I want it to be long. And I'm not making a big bow. Okay, we're doing okay. All right, I got quiet. Sorry, guys. And I think I'm gonna use that and let that, and I'll trim that up. And then I'm gonna put this in there. And I like using this stuff. Yep, don't forget to set your clocks back. I have a clock that does it automatically. It's one of those, I think it's called a smart clock or something like that. So it automatically changes time. Only mine, for some reason, won't change time for another 2 weeks. So I don't know why that is. Other than we used to not, I don't know. I can't figure it out. So I'm not even going to try. So never mind. I'm going to leave this and let it go long. And we're going to do the same with this one. And I'm making some a little bit longer than the other, you know, kind of staggering them. And I'll do that when I cut them, because I kind of like that, where they're, some are a little longer, some are a little shorter, instead of them all being the same length. And do that. And this is our last piece. There we go. Getting it just right. I like this stuff better than gauze. I don't know if you guys have worked, or not gauze, but cheesecloth. I don't know if you guys have ever worked with that. But I like this a little better. My favorite, though, is the tobacco cloth. I love using that. Let's see, this is my last, and it won't be quite as long, so I'm liking that. It's, yeah, it does look like cheesecloth to me, but it's not. It's just a little bit different. And I could, if I have time, I can grab, because I have some of the cheesecloth, and I can grab it. And I don't know if you guys would be able to, you know, I can show you. But there is a difference in the look. All right, we've got our bow made. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to, for some reason my eyes are not wanting to let me read. Yeah, I do too, Cheryl. Well, thank you so much for having me, Michelle. I appreciate it. I enjoy being in your events, and I just thank you for letting me be a part of it. Okay, I'm going to cut this off. Yeah, I don't like the time change. I wish it would go away. Seems like it messes your whole body schedule up, and I don't know. Even the dogs kind of, you know. All right, so this is in a very big bow because I didn't want to cover his face up too much. So we're going to put this on here. We're going to glue it on. And like I said, I'm going to trim it up. But I thought he needed a cute little bow. And then we'll get his face on. I probably should have got his face on. I might need to move this over just a little. Let's see. Maybe down here so it's not quite in his face. Let's see. I think I'm going to put it right about there. Thank you, Tamara. He's my new wood kit. Hi, Nora. How are you? I didn't see you pop on. Welcome. Come on. All right. I'm going to have to glue this a little more since I put that bow on there. It's not wanting to stay up there. Yeah, I don't like it. You know, and thank you, Stephanie. Of course, I used to live in Arizona, so they don't do, and actually they do. There are up in the reservation or near the reservation, they do change time, but most of Arizona does not. So, hi, Carol, welcome. So I'm kind of, you know, I used to live where it never changed. So, you know. All right, we're going to get his face on. Put together here. And this is his nose. I'm just going to use some hot glue because I'm kind of running out of time. And let's get that in there. And I'm going to use Crazy Crow and give him some eyes. And I'm not going to worry about a mouth because he's kind of hidden. See, I still can't make a bow that doesn't get in their face. But yeah, it should never change. I agree. I agree. But what can we do, right? So I'm just going to take the back of a paintbrush and give him a couple of eyes. Wanda, I still got that too high. I might have to trim that one little loop. All right. No. Doggone it. That bow got in his eye and smeared my paint. Really? All right. Let's redo his eyes here. All right. And they're not perfect. You know, I just make wonky eyes. Is usually how my eye, even with a paintbrush, they kind of come out wonky. So, but that's what he's looking like so far. I think he's turning out cute. And we're going to trim that these all up. But like I said, the fun part are his arms. Because if you get this kit, you can put them on any way you'd like. So I've decided, I'm going to put this lid on here. So I'm going to, how did I decide I wanted to do them? Kind of like this. And you can make them a little longer, a little shorter. You can do, you know, whatever you would like. The way I have them, you don't have to do them that way. All right. I'm going to lay him down like that. And this is kind of where I want him. I'm going to see if I can get my pencil and maybe mark it. Let's see if I can see that. Yeah, I think I can see it. And I'm gonna put some glue on there. I think that's where it was at. And normally I would use my Stick Fast and Tight Bomb, but I'm just gonna use my hot glue today. And now I'm not seeing it. So I'm just gonna wing it. I think it was right about there. And I guess it doesn't really matter because you can put them on anyway. So isn't he adorable? I got that one. I gotta fix the scarf here, guys. And trim this up. All right. And I'm gonna put a tag on him. And I had a thought of what to do, what I was going to put on it, and now I've forgotten. Oh my. So if you guys have any ideas what I should do for a tag, let me know. I should have wrote it down. Usually I do. And I didn't. I didn't do it. I'm just taking and pulling this tablescape out because it kind of bunches up when you do your bow, and I want it to be open. So I'm just opening it up. All right. Let it snow. Yeah. Yep, let it snow. I guess we can let it snow. Yep, I guess we can just do let it snow. Snow. Baby, it's cold outside. That's a good one too. I gotta put some wax. I'm gonna take some wax and we're gonna go around them, and I should have done this before I put them together, but I'm using my Kills wax. And you don't have to do this part if you don't want to. I just like that, having that just a little more dingy. Just around here, real quick like. And dingy his little nose up. Hello, Winter. Yeah, that's a good one, too. I might do that one. Hello, Winter. Something different. Okay. Let me get my ink pad and my stamps here. Things moved out of the way. I don't need to save that. So we're going to go with Hello Winter. like that. And I'm going to try real quick and get this done. I got about 5 minutes or 8 minutes. All right. Need that. There's an E. Thank you for that, Michelle. That's a good one. All right. Just something different, huh? I think I need a new ink pad. My ink pad, or get some ink. Oops. Oh, we'll do that in a minute. There's the eye. Oh, this may not. I probably should have went over further. Let's see. Oh, there's an R. Just might fit. And R. Yeah, I just got it on there, but it's on there. Hello, winter. Oh, sorry. Look. Yeah, look. Can you see it at my iPad? I'm telling you. That 4 hours of sleep is not doing me any favors. Hopefully I sleep better tonight. So I'm going to take my wax and we're going to go around it and grunge it up just a little more. Do any of you watch Denise with Doodle Denise Designs? I watched one of her replays and she just cracked me up what she did. She is so sweet. All right, we got it all dingied up. We're going to put it on my, and I'm going to look for a snowflake. See if it will work. It might be too big. 4 minutes. This one right here. I got these from Factory Direct. These rusty snowflakes. And I got 3 different kinds. And these are a little bit smaller, so it might work if I can get one out of here. But look at that. I think that's cool. And I'm going to put it on our bow. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. My dog's playing with her ball today. She's so funny. She plays by herself. She won't. I have 2 dogs, but she won't. Her name is Dolly. I got Dolly and Sadie. But Dolly won't play with Sadie. But she'll play ball by herself. And I think it's funny. All right. I'm going to trim this off. And like I said, I'm going to put some snow on them. I don't have time. So I will take a picture of my little snowman with the snow I put on it. But that's what he's looking like. like I said, his face is kind of hidden, but I think he turned out so sweet. I love it. I love how he turned out. I'm happy with it. Thank you, Peggy. Yeah, thank you, Sherry. Oh, thank you, Sherry. 2 Sherrys in the house. Thank you, guys. Make sure you join the group. Thank you, Denise. And he, like I said, he is available right now. He's $15 plus shipping. If you want one, private message me and we'll cut one out for you. But make sure you join the free group, Everything House and Home Weekend Edition. And you can stay in there and watch the next presenter, which is Grace Faithful Creations, aka the Pouncy Bling Queen. I had to think a minute. And yeah. But if you join the free group, you can just stay in there, hit refresh, see the next presenter. You don't have to, you know, go from creator to see. And it is free. And once you join, you can even see replays from past events. So anyway, I've got to go. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And you guys have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. Bye.